What is going on, guys? I am excited today to talk about the two wildcard games happening for the MLB playoffs. It was a long season, but we finally made it. It was really close at the end. As on behalf of our entire fan base, I'm sorry, Blue Jays fans, that we couldn't pull through. It's Garrett Cole versus Nathan Eovaldi for there. And then also flipping over to the NL, it's Adam Wainwright, Max Scherzer, Cardinals, Dodgers. So in this, I'm really just going to be going over what my picks are, who I think is going to win, who I think is going to lose, and really just overall to see what happens. So we'll start off with the American League wildcard game. Yankees, Red Sox going down just actually down the road in Fenway Park. I'm probably not going to be there, even though I really want to, because tickets are really goddamn expensive. It was $91 per ticket. But that being said, the game itself is looking like it's going to be a pretty interesting matchup. You have Garrett Cole in the Yankees and Nathan Eovaldi for the Red Sox. I went to a game like a few weeks ago, and that I actually vlogged, and that was actually the exact same matchup. It was Garrett Cole and Nathan Eovaldi. The only issue with that is that the Red Sox got put in the place by Garrett Cole, and the Yankees really jumped on Nathan Eovaldi really early. And the first three batters all got hits. Aaron Judge had a two-run double that scored Rizzo LeMahieu, although LeMahieu looks like he'll be out for the near future. That being said, I fully expect the Yankees to win this game. I still think that when you really look at recent matchups, the Yankees have the advantage going against the Red Sox. The Red Sox are only hosting the game because they won the season series 10 games to 9, but the Red Sox won the first 7 games and the Yankees have won the last 6. So really looking at recency, I feel like the Yankees do have the advantage here, and they also have their best pitcher. Personally, I think the Red Sox should not have pitched Chris Sale against the Nationals on Sunday. I think they should have saved him. Yes, he only pitched 2 innings, so he could be available as like a bullpen guy if needed. But also, I feel like he probably should have been saved for this. So you get argue 2 top 5 starting pitchers in baseball going at each other. Not to say Nathan Eovaldi's not good. I just feel like you have a better chance at winning when Chris Sale is on the mound over Nathan Eovaldi. Going up position by position, I mean, first base, they're probably going to put Kyle Schwarber there for the Red Sox. I feel like they need to use him in the outfield. Personally, even though he's been struggling, I feel like their best option at first base would be Bobby Dahlbeck, but I can also see them using Schwarber there. But then that really makes things interesting when you look at the second base position, because I feel like Kike Hernandez is a better second base option than Jose Iglesias, but also Jose Iglesias does give you more defensively, and Kike Hernandez, you want to get his bat in. He'll be in center field. That leaves the corner outfields, completely assuming Schwarber is playing first base. That gives you your corner outfielders. Renfroe definitely wants to be in there. You got to have him in there. And then in terms of other corner outfield, I mean, you got Alex Verdugo there, which seems probably the most likely option. Capping it all off in the infield, the positions we have no doubt that are going to happen. Sandra Bogarts at short, Rafael Devers third. The only big interesting question is going to be what's going to be the situation with JD Martinez. Will he be available? If they need to, I can honestly see them using Bobby Dahlbeck at first, going Jose Iglesias second, and then doing an outfield of Renfroe, Hernandez, and Verdugo, and then allow Schwarber, who's the weakest defender of the 3 of them, to be the DH, because that way you still get his lefty bat in there against a righty Garrett Cole. I also know I did not mention this, but I'm going to assume Christian Vasquez is going to be the catcher. I just have a feeling of that. And if you're the Red Sox from a pitching standpoint, you need to get at least 5 out of Nathan Eovaldi. And then from there, you need to rely everything on your best relievers. It's going to be Matt Barnes, Garrett Whitlock, Hansel Robles, and if possibly Chris Sale again. But I feel like that one might be a little more unlikely than the other. But we also did see the Red Sox use Eduardo Rodriguez and Nick Pivetta as relief pitchers against the Nationals this past weekend, so they could be available that way if need be. Now talking about the Yankees, I feel like their biggest, if Garrett Cole can stay on point, they're going to win this game. I fully expect the Yankees to get on Nate Eovaldi at some point. I don't expect Eovaldi to be completely shut down, because looking at that Yankee lineup, it's it's insane. They should be able to get that done perfectly fine. They're going to have most like, since with Cole starting, it's going to be Higashioka is going to be catching. Then they'll throw out Rizzo is going to be at first base. With LeMahieu being out, that really changes the dynamic of how this infield for the Yankees can operate outside of having Anthony Rizzo at first base. What I feel like will most likely happen is we're going to see Gleyber Torres at second base. And then another interesting thing that's going to need to figure out is Gio Urshela okay enough after that catch he made during the last day of the season? If Urshela is okay, he's probably going to be playing short. And then the last thing to determine is who's going to play third base. Most likely, I can see them throwing Rougned Odor there. And then finally, you got the outfield. I mean, Judge and Gallo are going to be in the corners. Most likely, it's going to be Brett Gardner at center, and then they'll have Giancarlo Stanton as the designated hitter. In terms of the actual pitching plan, it's all going to rely on, can Garrett Cole be his normal lockdown self? You know, ever since they started banning foreign substances, that's really been getting down on him. That's made him a little bit worse, but he's still an elite pitcher, arguably the Cy Young over Robbie Ray. I personally think that he is. So all the Yankees really need is score a couple of runs, get Garrett Cole some run support, let Garrett Cole do his thing, and they should be good. Aroldis Chapman's looked great recently. Can't believe I'm saying this. Clay Holmes looks really good. And they also can go to Chad Green, Jonathan Loaizaga, really anyone in that bullpen they need at any time. So who do I think is going to win this game? Again, I'm personally sticking with the Yankees. I really do think that the Yankees have the advantage, especially from recency, but also they have a top three pitcher in baseball going up against Nathan Eovaldi, who is not. He's still good. I expect it to be a good game, expect it to be a battle, but I really do think in the end, the Yankees are the one that's going to pull out on top. Now let's shift to the NL wildcard, Dodgers versus Cardinals at Dodger Stadium. I would just like to start by saying thank you, San Francisco Giants, for your service. No one expected that to happen, and we have you guys to thank. A team that won 106 games is going to have their entire season come down to one moment. Luckily for them, they have Max Scherzer on the mound. He is easily the best pitcher you could want to have in this situation, not named Jacob deGrom, but Max Scherzer instantly is going to give them the advantage going on. The Cardinals are not going to have an easy time. The main thing with the Cardinals, though, is that they are playing on such high momentum, and it's can they just pull? They just need one. They were able to do 17 in a row, but can they get one? That's going to be the question. And I feel like, well, the same thing with the Dodgers. They've won 106 games. Can they win one? Everything is on the line, you know, and the Dodgers have a super team. There's no reason they should lose. There's no reason they should have lost the division. They should win the World Series. And then there's a chance they're not. I personally hope they don't. That's just me being a Nats fan, being salty that they have Max Scherzer and Trey Turner, but also the fact that really like anything can happen in this game. Looking at the Dodgers lineup for this, the big concern is what's Max Muncy's concern at first base, because without him, which really drove their offense, can they continue to be this productive? Of course, they're going to be productive. It's the Dodgers. Of course, they're going to have enough star power to fill there. Oh, we're probably going to get Albert Pujols, of all people, playing against the Cardinals in a playoff game, because everyone expected that to happen. They could also, if they really wanted to, put Cody Bellinger there so he doesn't have to throw the shoulder, but also he's kind of bad there defensively, and also just having a bad season at all. Truth be told, I feel like I kind of expect Matt Beattie to be there. I don't know, that's just what my gut instinct is telling me, but really they can do anything they want there. Second base, ace, it's going to be Trey Turner, won the batting title, MVP candidate, stole it from us. I hate that. Then you got Corey Seager at short, just turned third. Outfield, it's insane. Mookie Betts and AJ Pollock are going to be two of them. Whoever the third one is, it's not going to matter. I don't know why I can't think of them at the top of my head. And then bullpen after Max Scherzer, they're disgusting. It's going to be Blake Treinen, Kenley Jansen, Alex Vesia, Alex Jackson, Phil Bickford. It doesn't matter. The the Dodgers should win this game. There's no reason for them to lose this game. If they do, they will never hear the end of it from me, which is why I'm pulling out for the Cardinals to win in the unlikely situation. The fact that they are even here is mind-boggling. The fact the Padres isn't are also mind-boggling. The Cardinals have been riding a hot streak, and the key to that was really Paul Goldschmidt and Tyler O'Neill. If they need those two to stay hot, and as well as Nolan Arenado to continue on the season that he's having. From there, they also just need Adam Wainwright to continue his renaissance of a season. And I feel like the Dodgers are going to have a hard time picking up his curveball because he almost pitched a complete game against the Dodgers earlier this month, actually. And then from there, the whole bullpen game is they need to rely on Luis Garcia, Giovanni Gallegos, and Alex Reyes. I've heard and seen that possibly Jack Flaherty might be available out of the bullpen. I don't think that's going to be happening. I personally think that Kwang Hyun Kim would be a more reliable option out of there. So yeah, between the Cardinals, Dodgers, I mean, it's obvious who I want to win. It's the Cardinals. Do I think they're going to win? No, which is exactly why they're probably going to win. Because also, it would be really funny if they did. No other reason. I just think it would be funny. And also, I could laugh so hard at Dodger fans yet another year because it's like a 60-game season. It's not an accurate evaluation of how good a team is or something. So yeah, those are my picks for who's going to win the wild card games. I'll get another video out talking about all 4 different division series matchups. I'll do the same for the CS and eventually the World Series. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. I work hard on these videos, would appreciate the support. Peace.